Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tyler. So in my video that I made yesterday, I was talking about some stuff that's been going on that I thought about making a video about, but I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not. I decided that I'm going to go ahead and make the video because I am documenting my transition, and this is a part of my transition, and for the past month or so it's been a really big part of my transition. And also because I think that this is a problem that a lot of other guys may come across, and I didn't find any videos talking about it. I don't know, maybe not, but we'll see. But anyway, this is I'm just gonna do a little forewarning here. This is one of those videos where shit gets real, discussing sex, sexuality, and all that stuff. If you don't want to hear about it, turn it off. Hit the pause button, close the window out, go find another video. There's 10 million other channels here on YouTube. So for those of us adults who are sticking around for a conversation, like I said, I've been dealing with something that's been making me really, really uncomfortable. For about the past month or so, I've been like looking at and thinking about dudes like that, and that's not something that I've ever done. You know, I've been there, I've done that, I don't like it, but I guess I can go ahead and explain the whole story. I've got a really good friend, Kevin. He's really kind of like, he's a bit like a brother to me, and we've known each other for years now, and you know, every once in a while we'll get drunk or some other version of jacked up, and so on and so forth. Things will happen or whatever, you know. It was just whatever, casual sex, I guess. And he and I hadn't done that for a while now or whatever. And then about a month ago I started thinking about him. Like, you know, I would be like just sitting there doing something random, and I'd be like, you know, you get them random sex thoughts, and Kevin would pop into my brain, and I'd be like, what's going on, you know? Or, you know, while you're doing your thing on your own, there's things going on in your mind that you're thinking about, and he would pop in there, and then I think the most intense was I was having straight up sex dreams about it, and it was driving me nuts. It was really, really starting to make me question my own sexuality. And, you know, I mean, I've done that already. The whole questioning your sexuality thing, discovering I like women, that was a point in time when I was a wreck. And I mean, this whole thing has just, it's been really weighing down on me. You know, like I said, it reminded me of being 14 and discovering I was gay and questioning my sexuality again, and unfortunately some of those old coping mechanisms tried to find their way back in to my repertoire of coping mechanisms. When I was younger, I used to cut on myself pretty bad, and this whole thing, you know, thinking about Kevin and having sexual feelings about Kevin was bothering me to the point that I really almost started cutting again. But luckily I found a different form of self-harm-esque behavior that was far more beneficial. I would just go into, when I would start getting upset about it, I would just go into my workout room and, you know, rep until absolute failure, till every muscle on me, or every muscle I had, was burning with fire. So then at that point I was too tired to keep thinking about it, which meant that I wasn't still thinking about it and still being upset, so that worked out really well. Let's see. I've got some stuff going on out here. I mean, you know, you know, like I said, you know, I was really questioning my own sexuality because I was having these thoughts about him, but it didn't make any sense because, I mean, I've never really enjoyed sex with a guy. I mean, yeah, not so much. I mean, you know, well, I can't get too graphic on here, but male penetration was just never anything that did a whole lot for me. Let's just say that. So it was really bothering me, and it was really tearing me up because I told Sam everything. There's not one thought that I had that I kept from her, and luckily, I'm a lucky enough man to have such an amazing woman that we can talk about anything and everything, and she was never once mad at me or never showed anything but absolute support. I don't even deserve that much, but God's blessed me, so I'm gonna take it and run. But anyway, so, you know, I was trying to deal with it, and I couldn't, and so finally I made an appointment with my therapist, and I went there yesterday, before I went to do Christmas with Sam. And so I went in there and talked to her about it, and she helped me work through it and realize why it was that I was doing it. And because, you know, she didn't tell me anything, she was helping me to work through it myself, which is why she's great. You know, she could have told me, and I'd have been like, whatever. But anyway, as we started talking about it, it was mostly body envy. You know, I want what you have. You know, I want to know what it feels like to have a dick in my hand to jack off, you know, that type of thing. And then another possible motivation for it was that I'm one of the luckier trans guys in that I have very little problems with having sex. My dysphoria usually, 99% of the time, doesn't stop me from doing so. But the catch to that is that there's a certain amount of, I'm going to call it fantasizing, that goes on in my mind the whole time so that I have proper anatomy. And that being the case, you know, I wanted to do the things that were being done to me so that I could, like, you know, for example, Sam would give me head, and that's great. But I wanted to know, I guess I wanted to do that to a biological male so that I would know what Sam was doing, or, you know, I would be able to tell what I did with my mouth and interpret that, you know what I mean? How can I imagine Sam's giving me head if I've never given head? I don't know the first thing about it. That type of thing. I wanted things to be as realistic as possible and to have a better idea as to what it was really like. And so, as soon as, you know, all of that came clear, it was like this giant weight got lifted off of me because I was no longer questioning my own sexuality. I understood. Come here. Come here. Blake, come here. Anyway, I understood my own motivations for my own thoughts, and it was really, come on. It was really bothering me that I was questioning my sexuality again, and that whole 9 yards. No licking. So, yeah, and then, like, you know, my therapist asked me, she's like, well, you know, have you ever gone to, like, a gay bar, like, to be with one of the boys, you know, to go be with the boys or whatever, see how you like that? And I was like, no, and she recommended that I try it. And, you know, I talked to Sam about that, and Sam thinks it's a pretty good idea, too, because, like, even just thinking about the idea of a dude hitting on me, really, I don't like the idea of it at all. It's just, I'm so comfortable with him and so familiar with him that he was somebody that I was able to basically use his body to enhance my own fantasies, really. And it's kind of funny because I was so upset about all this for, you know, the past month or so, and now that it's over and I realize what it was, it's really kind of funny. I mean, something I never quite thought I would say is, yay, I'm not gay. You know, I mean, never, since I was about 14, did I think I would ever say something like that. So, yeah, and now I can laugh at the whole situation, and life is good. So, I guess that's about all I've got to say about that. I'll catch up with y'all later.